Hi, it's Friday, 3 p.m., beautiful sunny day in Gdańsk here, and Bitcoin price has been stagnant for a week. The Fear and Greed Index is 73 points out of 100. It's already the 10th episode of Kanga News today, and it's a special one. Robert, can you tell us why?
Hello. Well, this is the 10th episode, and this is the first episode that we are doing live. So, hello again.
How do you feel about it? Do you like performing live?
Oh, yeah. Live's good because, you can interact with people, and we are here for you, for the viewers. So, yeah, live's always good.
Okay, we'd just like to remind you that we want you to subscribe to our channel, like the episode, click the bell button so that you won't miss out on any news from the world of cryptocurrencies. Okay, and I think we're ready to move on to the news, and let's start with the elections in the US. Let's talk about Trump a little bit. He is now promising more and more to the people there, trying to appeal to cryptocurrency fans. Can you tell us a little bit more about the recent events there?
So the show must go on. Obviously, Trump versus Biden. We talked about this, I believe, on the 8th episode already.
We did,
Trump,
yes.
Trump started pumping up.
Well, it keeps coming up.
Obviously. So Trump, he started pumping up his crypto attitude. As I said recently, he understands business. Republicans, in theory, I don't want to get into the political discussion, but in theory, Republicans are supposed to be the party that is pro-business, let's say. Then they don't like regulations, so they obviously should be for crypto. Funny thing is, Trump said that USA, they have to remain the number one country when it comes to crypto, so that there is no other option. So with him, the crypto supporters, the crypto enthusiasts, they can feel safe. He's going to support the community, the society. So this is obviously good thing for crypto in general, not even if Trump doesn't in the end win the election, it's still good that crypto is being pumped up as a, I would say, significant community generally in the United States. Funny thing is, it's very difficult to measure how many crypto users you have in a given country. It's always a rough estimate. It's not so easy because, crypto anonymous, you can send it from one wallet to the other. And the estimate in the United States is between 20 and 50 million people possessing cryptocurrencies. What Trump did, obviously, Trump said that he's ready to support all 50 million people who possess cryptocurrencies. So, he's building his position.
Trying to make it look even bigger than it is.
Yeah. So he didn't go for the average of any sort. He just said, I'm all 50 million people. I am with you. I am there for you. So building up his position, definitely. So good move from him. Also, another funny thing is, Biden, I have no idea why he's not doing this. He's got his PR specialists, but technically, right before the election, Biden could just say, hey, the Bitcoin ETFs, recently the Ethereum ETFs, they came live during my rule. So you could just say, hey, Trump is promising you everything, but look what I did. I'm not just promising, I did it. So crypto supporters.
Yeah, that's true. Those are actual facts.
Exactly. Yeah. So he could do it, Biden, with whatever his attitude towards crypto is currently. He didn't touch the topic just yet. Maybe soon enough we will see some, battle for that kind of group going on between them. As we said recently, also, cryptocurrency owners, apparently there was a research done, they don't vote. So it's a very significant fight if you get this group to vote for you.
Okay, so this would be about the upcoming US presidential elections. We also have an ongoing election in India right now. So could you tell us a little bit more, like what is your perspective on that? Are those elections going to affect the crypto market in general?
Well, yes, of course they are. You gotta look a bit the percentage, not just the numbers. So when you look at the United States, I've got some notes on the tablet. So United States, we're talking more than 300 million people, population as a whole. Yeah. So say 15% of that I'm going for the higher figure. So for the
Sure.
50 million roughly, let's say 15% of that are cryptocurrency owners. Yeah, as we said, between 20 and 50, but say it's the bigger number. Yeah, so say it's roughly 15%, maybe even slightly more than this. So in the United States, this is a significant community, because we're talking 50% of your potential group that can vote for you. So the battle between Biden and Trump, it's kind of already started. At least Trump has noticed that it's significant to mention, hey, 15% of my people, I am with you. When it comes to India, we're talking 1.3 billion people population. So that number is significantly higher. And, India, very, very big crypto community. We also mentioned that in episode 8 when we were discussing the situation in India and the banning and unbanning and the whole, the whole history that's happening very quickly. So in India, we're talking the bigger numbers because it is India. But when it comes to the percentage of people who own crypto, we're talking less than 6%.
Okay.
No, or maybe slightly more, something within 6% of the population.
Significantly lower than the US.
Exactly. Yeah, more than 2 times lower. So I imagine that very soon the parties in India, they would start noticing this community. But at this moment, 1.3 billion people, they didn't decide just yet that cryptocurrency is the number one topic they should focus on. They have other issues like, unemployment, immigration, and financial issues of all sorts. The economics of India is very complicated, but we can already see what happened in the United States since crypto is becoming more and more popular. So given the recent situation in India, I imagine very soon somebody's going to play the same card as Donald Trump is playing right now. So he's going to be willing to, get this crypto community to his side. For crypto enthusiasts, for cryptocurrency funds, very good news that crypto is used generally in politics already. That's very good for us.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe talking about crypto and politics, I would like us to talk about CBDC a little bit as well. So it was last week that the US House of Representatives passed a bill banning the Federal Reserve from issuing CBDCs. So can you comment on this? Tell us a little bit more.
So there, I don't, again, want to get too much into politics and the political situation in the United States, but generally, simple rules. You've got the Fed, you've got the SEC, 2 separate parties. SEC, usually when you talk about crypto, SEC is the one you mention. Yeah, because I'm sorry for giving the basic news to our viewers, but so that you have full understanding of the situation. SEC they do the regulations. So usually, Ripple versus SEC, it's always the SEC, what SEC is going to do. Fed is the banking system. Long story short, I'm really simplifying that. So apart from that, you've got the House of the Representatives. So they are the law. And so the House of the Representatives, they said recently they will not allow Fed to run CBDC.
Okay.
Now, for crypto world, very, very good news, because CBDC is the biggest potential violation of everything crypto is. CBDC generally doesn't make any sense when you think about crypto and the point of creating crypto. So CBDC is obviously government regulated, which is already violating every thing we want with crypto. But I already imagine if CBDC would ever to be legal, and if it was ever happening, then, for example, the ETFs, maybe they would, I don't know what would happen, but they would just encourage people to invest in CBDC. People, some of the population, a part of the population that don't understand crypto, maybe they would start investing in CBDC just in case. So let's hope it doesn't come to this. For us, very good news that CBDC in at this stage, United States, #1 crypto country, said, hey, we are not doing this. Now, I wouldn't be extremely happy about this, because Fed actually never said, hey, we want to run CBDC, we want to do it, we want it to happen. They always said that, without the Congress, again, Congress is obviously above all three, you could say, without the Congress, they're not going to do it anyway. So there wasn't even a real discussion between Fed and the Congress, about, there was no plan of releasing CBDC. But still, it's good that somebody already said, hey, even if you were thinking about this, you're not doing this. You cannot do that.
All right.
Yeah,
okay.
That's my comment. Sorry, looked at the notes.
All right. Yeah, I think we exhausted the topic. So maybe let's move on to the other piece of news that I wanted to mention. Well, so we talked about the US, we talked about India. Let's maybe talk about Russia for a little bit, because there is some visible increase in traffic on the Russian cryptocurrency exchanges. So can you comment on that a little bit? What can you say?
Yeah, so again, I've got some numbers in the notes. The movement, the crypto movement in Russia, it rose by 16.4% recently. This is the news according to the Russian central bank. Now, again, I don't want to go into politics too much. I'm just trying to give the numbers, but I imagine the natural consequence of one country being banned in many ways from trading with other countries. When I think about Kanga, what we are always proud of as Kanga Exchange, as the cryptocurrency, enthusiasts, and when we think about the mission that Kanga has, we always go back to, for example, the war at Ukraine when it started, because generally people who possess crypto in difficult political situations, they win the situation, because when people were fleeing Ukraine, people with crypto were the only people not losing their assets. So if you have not yet started investing in crypto, by all means, consider some crypto education and consider starting, building up a bit of your crypto wallet. But, also it's a double-edged sword, because it's crypto is by definition not as regulated as the normal financial market. So obviously, Russians, they also want to trade. They also want to do international transactions, and crypto is just easier for it. It's helping in that. So obviously, the activity for crypto in Russia, since in some situations, they cannot use normal financial means with other countries, they just went into crypto, which is very natural. So no surprise there. And also,
how about the influence of it? Do you suspect that it's going to affect the prices of cryptocurrencies, like worldwide?
I wouldn't be so sure about this affecting the prices directly, because this is activity. It's not like Russia suddenly went and bought a crazy amount of cryptocurrencies. It could make it increase. We got to remember that Russia is the second biggest country when it comes to crypto mining, when you look at the history of crypto. So they are a very, very significant player in general. So, I don't want to make predictions, be Saruman or Gandalf in the animations again. So I'm not going that direction. I'm not going that direction. Not very good at advising, and this isn't why we are here. But yes, Russia being active, it's significant. 150 million people population roughly, and they are very, very crypto aware as the society, and also the political situation is forcing them to go there. So yeah, it's a movement. It's a movement you have to take into account.
Okay, I see. All right, maybe let's move on to the next topic, which is Mt. Gox, which withdrew over 9 billion worth of Bitcoin to unknown wallets. The Bitcoin price dropped because of that. So can you, again, tell us a little more? What do you think about the situation?
Do you know what MTGOX, not sure how to read that. Do you know what it stands for?
You can explain a little bit.
It started as Magic the Gathering. That's a card game. Not sure you ever played it. Yeah. So this was Magic the Gathering online exchange, I believe. And after they started 2009, and then they swapped to Bitcoin, I believe, like 1 year afterwards. So they started with the cards, with Magic the Gathering, the game.
But
then yeah.
they were quite huge, weren't they?
Yeah. They very quickly gained very, very strong position on crypto. So they went, I believe they actually went Bitcoin only, which, 2010, no big surprise there. And they stick to Bitcoin for forever. 2014, 15, something like that, they go bankrupt and the CEO gets arrested. They actually promised that they would give the crypto, the assets, they would give it back to their users at some point. And they've actually made a plan towards it. So I imagine that this movement we're talking about, this is them giving the crypto assets back to their users after they went bankrupt. This is what also, FedEx is theoretically planning to do. We talked about it episode 8 as well, that they want to give more than they actually had before. 118%, it was the figure. So well, obviously this is a movement. Suddenly we have some cold wallets and you see a movement over there, but and sure, it's significant, but remember that Bitcoin right now globally is $1.3 trillion, the total wealth of Bitcoin. Here we're talking about less than 10 billion. Well, it's still nice amount of money, but comparing it to $1.3 trillion, then suddenly the movement is not extremely big. But it makes crypto, if they are giving it back, it makes crypto more trustworthy, I believe. And also, I already advised you at some point that best Bitcoin strategy is buy some and go to prison. So I believe it's like, I feel a bit jealous, when I think about these people that they didn't have the opportunity to sell the Bitcoin and they will get it now when we are.
Well, if that's the case, it sounds better than actually going to jail, not to sell it.
Or invest in something that's going to go bankrupt and then just get your assets back after 10 years. That's also a nice strategy.
That's excellent advice, yes.
Well, here I am advising you all. Well, basically my comment on it. Not such a big movement, but
okay, I see. All right, maybe let's move on to the news about connection of crypto world with artificial intelligence technology. So the European Commission has called for preparation for the integration of blockchain and AI. So what's up with that? What can you tell us?
I like the term "has called for preparation." I'm calling you for preparation to be ready that Bitcoin is going to be worth $1 million.
Okay.
You've been called for preparation. What the hell does that mean? They are calling for preparation. They released an article. Okay, let's not make a big deal out of it. But since you mentioned the news, they released an article. There is an institution inside the European Commission that's responsible for making crypto grow in Europe. So they are the ally within European Union is constantly throwing at us more and more regulations, obviously. So inside the European Union, we've got someone who's fighting for us. So we're always happy when they release the news and that they are there. There was an article talking about AI combined with blockchain, which can be extremely powerful. Two buzzwords today. From my side, I could give you some potential ideas of how AI could be used with blockchain, but I guess this isn't why we're here. So just throwing one at you is AI could imagine that, for example, AI is making the transactions a lot faster, or in Ethereum, for example, you've got this making the transaction like outside of the main blockchain, then throwing it back at the actual blockchain. So imagine that, for example, AI can predict how many transactions are going to happen in a given period, and it prepares the speed of the transaction. Well, you can go for many AI algorithms, I believe, in this environment. Also, smart contracts, very big area for AI. Now, the thing that I believe is significant in here, when we talk about crypto, we always think United States as number one. Sometimes we talk about India because of the population. Today was Russia. Last time it was Australia. China crypto is banned, so not so much to talk about apart from the Hong Kong ETFs. but it's actually everybody's thinking about the other countries. Now, suddenly it's Europe saying, hey, we could actually combine AI and blockchain. And it's like an semi-official statement from a governmental institution in the end. So they say it, Europe says it. So it would be kind of funny to see that other countries are struggling, like banning crypto and unbanning and thinking about regulating, and there's the election going on and all. And suddenly Europe goes like, hey, actually, we could combine crypto with AI, and we could make something good out of it.
So basically
it's a
enhancing both technologies because of combining them.
Yeah, and it's good that it happened in Europe, since I'm European. I'm obviously happy that it's a European institution saying that.
Yeah, it's very true. We don't often talk about the European Union here on the news. All right, anything else that you'd like to add?
No, I believe we are approaching the end of Kanga News today. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you want to get some news every week. Then by all means, feel invited. Also, we are redesigning the web page Kanga University, the English version of it. So soon enough, it's going to be redesigned. Free crypto education. Go kanga.exchange/university, and obviously for the platform, you just go kanga.exchange, and there you can register, start your adventure with cryptocurrencies. So I believe this is all for today.
I think so, yes. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Robert. And
thank you.
See you in the next episode.
See you.
We are Kanga, beyond crypto.